Welcome everybody, KSL Sports. We have a punt underway for Lone Peak to return. Ooh, quick 4-and-out for the Thunder as we come in from a Wednesday night of crawling under the desk to plug in some wires.
Hey.
Nick, joined with me is the one and only Jake Hatch. Jake, how we doing?
Doing all right, man. Hey, I'm glad we're on air. That's the biggest thing. Gotta get ourselves on air. Fingers crossed it holds strong here, but thanks for bearing with us, everybody. As Nate mentioned, quick 3-and-out and a punt for Westlake, and here we go. First series coming up for Lone Peak on offense.
Yeah, Keppa back in the gun, ready to...
Is that Keppa or is that...
Oh, can we see?
I think that's their backup, actually. I think maybe they're...
Double check right here once we get a jersey going our way. Sweep to the outside. Gating to the sideline is number 5, Jason Mayberry. Junior wide receiver. Sweeped out.
Okay, so it is Isaac Staley at quarterback tonight. Ike Staley right there, number 19. He's the starter tonight at quarterback. Kevin Neometalu has been their starter most of the season, but as we have been hearing, Bob Mulatalo, a couple of their star players sitting out this one, it appears that Neometalu is also going to be sitting out tonight. But Ike Staley's been a very, very capable backup in the limited action I've seen him in.
Ike takes the snap, surveys the field, checks down to the running back. Running back makes a man miss, gets up the field, and brought down after a gain of 7.
A nice play there, just taking what the defense gives him from Ike to Ike. And the biggest thing with this is going to be interesting to see how Lone Peak approaches this, because this is week 10, as you know, Nate, and final regular season games. Obviously, everybody eagerly awaiting Saturday when those RPI ratings come out. The brackets are set, and we're off into the playoffs. But this one's going to be an interesting one, because Westlake's essentially fighting for any seeding they can get, whereas Lone Peak, they know they're going to be one of the, if not top teams, but one of them right there near the top of the RPI ratings.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see. Man in motion again, back to the outside. Ike takes the snap, surveys, looks down the right side of the field, scrambling, gets past the defender, and is brought down after the first down marker.
One of my favorite things about Staley is his ability to move with his feet. He doesn't look like he's a guy who's really capable of chewing up yardage. He's got those long giraffe-like legs that just chew up yardage like it's nothing.
Yeah, we see mobility from both quarterbacks here at Lone Peak, able to, when those defenders are dropping back into coverage, able to take advantage of that empty space. Ike on the ground.
Player down early in this one right there, back in the backfield. Is that Ike? That is Ike Staley.
Ike slow to get up
here. He was standing there and they kind of just went down to one knee. So 100% certain what's going on, but we'll hit a break and we'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome back, KSL Sports Rewind Network. As we see Lone Peak knocking on the door of the red zone, coming out here. Have a new man at quarterback here for the Knights, with 2 wide receivers and tight end to the short side of the field. Quick handoff up the middle, cuts through. It makes a defender bring him down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, so Luke Christensen now in at quarterback there, number 3 on their depth chart, I would imagine. But a nice play for him, as you mentioned, with that kind of RPO action, read option, and first down yardage. He'll take it every time. I'm still trying to figure out what happened with Ike Staley, because he came back, got set up for the next play, and it kind of went down, and we were talking kind of during that break. Was there a chance maybe he have gotten a cramp, hit his head, something like that, and hope the kid's all right?
Yeah, popped up, went to shake it off, and wasn't able to do so. Yeah. Christensen takes a snap, and a quick sack there by Nusi, flying into the backfield.
Yeah, Nusi Tamoyapea, really, really fantastic outside linebacker type for Westlake, one of their star players. Committed to Stanford currently. I know a lot of the in-state teams hoped that he was going to stay home, but he is going to be he's Stanford bound after this season, it appears.
Yeah, excited for him. Saw him last week. I might be the jinx right here, Jake, as I saw quarterback for Thunder, Bassler, go down last week, and Nusi was playing a Wildcat quarterback and took one to the house. Might not be invited back for the playoffs for anybody.
We got some early start there. Oh, we're going to have offsides, it looks like. Okay.
And jump here by the Knights going to...
Oh, false start. Okay. I was like, I didn't necessarily see it. The side judge was kind of motioning that if it was like a fault encroachment there, but It being a false start, somebody got an early jump there.
Exciting jump here for the Lone Peak Knights that, as we said, 9-2 on the season, looking to make a big push in the playoffs. A bit of a round robin in 6A.
Correct, and it's been a resurging year for the Lone Peaks. Remember last year, they had a really down season by their standards. They've been really, really good, obviously led by a lot of senior leadership. Guys like Austin Pay down there, who's their left tackle. Fantastic athlete in his own right, but they've had a really, really nice year so far.
Christensen takes the snap, doesn't like his first read, runs into a pile of baby blue thunder, and is brought down.
Yeah, big sack there for Westlake. Christensen got too jumpy in the backfield. He had a nice pocket there for him. That's the mark of a young quarterback who's not necessarily as comfortable as he probably needs to be in this game right now. And it's going to make it 3rd and a mile, it appears.
Yeah, big 3rd down. Trying to get to the 6-yard line to be able to convert this one. Christensen breaks the snap with 2 wide receivers wide to each side. Takes the snap, drops back, reads it. Screen pass across the middle. Fighting for the extra yardage, getting behind the blockers, brought down well short of the 1st down marker.
Nice safe play there, get themselves in field goal range, obviously, because with a young quarterback like that, you're not going to try and have him throw it deep and try to pick up that 1st down yardage. Now, bring on the kick here and see if you can pick up a quick 3 points.
Yeah, it was the senior Ty Cogswell on the screen pass, and we see
wind swirling a bit here tonight. We've got a cold front rolling in here. If you're going to the college football games this weekend, be prepared to bundle up.
Yeah, Brecken Carr lining up for this kick from the 26-yard line. Punts it, wind on his back, sails it right through the middle. Great job there by Carr. But the Lone Peak Knights up 3-0 with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in this 1st quarter.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence, thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.
We're back, KSL Sports Rewind. We have Brecken Carr after the field goal attempt with the kickoff, punting this straight into the end zone, giving the Thunder offense a start from the 20-yard line.
Well, with that wind, Doug, our camera guy, went to Chihuahua. That wind, if you get it at your back, it'll go a mile.
And Balser at quarterback. The trips to his right. Quick handoff up the middle, swarmed in there by the Knights for a gain of 2.
Yeah, that Knights defense, they're about as well coached as any unit you're going to find out here in the state of Utah. And you mentioned the fact they swarm to the ball. First guy gets in there, but then everybody else comes and tries to rip that ball out. That's how this defense operates. They go as a unit.
Yeah, it looks like we have the senior Lennox Neu in at quarterback. We saw, as I said, might be the curse. Bassler go down last week and Lennox step in for a while. Still had a lot of pressure going against American Fork. We saw the Wildcat package for the rest of the evening.
We're going to have a false start there.
Everyone jumping on the hard count there, Jake.
Including the offensive lineman who's supposed to know the count, you know? As a guy who played offensive line, I always hated that feeling. Oh, that's me. I'm getting chewed out on Saturday when it comes to, I guess in this case, it'd be Thursday when it comes to film review.
5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Yeah, our score bug, just so everybody knows, we're still getting it updated. Lone Peak is leading 3-0. We'll have it updated, hopefully momentarily.
Lennox takes the snap, hands off to the left side, fighting back for the penalty yardage, and makes it to the original 1st down marker.
A bad run there. The biggest thing for Westlake in this game, it feels like, Nate, is they got to pop some trick plays or something like that if they want to have any hope of pulling off an upset in this one. We'll see what happens, but it just feels like this is one of those games. It's the regular season finale. It's senior night here for Westlake. Let it all loose. It really feels that way for this type of a team who's they've been down most of the season, sadly.
Yeah, 3-4 front for the Lone Peak Knights. Tough for those linemen to get to that second level to make blocks. Lennox drops back, swings it to the outside, intercepted by the Knights. They're running it to the house, trying to beat the outside, falls into the end zone. It's going to be called a touchdown. Number 2, Landon Goff on the interception and pick 6 to the house.
Okay, and just as I say, I wanted to see him pop it deep when they try it, but the wide receiver runs the wrong route. Landon Goff kind of playing that deep third there, and that defense is like, oh, hey, look at that. The ball's coming my way, and he houses it. Nice touchdown, obviously, giving Lone Peak their first touchdown of the night coming from the defense.
Yeah, tough to get that ball out into the numbers.
Yes.
Quickly throwing into the wind.
Especially. It hung up there like he hit a pitching wedge into the wind, and you see it balloon up. That's kind of what that football did there.
Carr lined up for the PAT, never in doubt, whips it out there.
Up and good.
Almost lands it in Harriman over the mountain.
Keep 10.
We have a quick 10-point lead here for the Knights. Playing on a Wednesday night here, Region 6 football.
One of those things. Fall break starts tomorrow, so we got to get these games in. But some of the regions are spreading it out, though. We're going to have games tonight. Obviously, we're on KSL Game Night Live. Obviously, KSL Rewind Red Zone going on. We're also going to see a bunch of games tomorrow and Friday night. So if you're a high school football junkie, you have an opportunity 3 straight nights. If you want to go out and watch, you can watch 3 straight nights. You just got to be willing to drive around a bit, as it were.
Yeah, my packet jacket as things are finally cooling off in the valley.
Yes, it is.
Like,
It's 60s tonight, going to be probably the 50s tomorrow, and then 40s on Friday.
Do all your homework in so you can fill out your playoff brackets.
Yep.
We have Carr lined up to kick this one off again. Boots it. Clearing it out. Never in doubt. Touch back here. Chance for the Thunder offense come out here. See if they can force the defense to make a mistake. Yeah, we'll run some motion or misdirection. You're having a lot of success with some counter plays last week against American Fork.
Yeah. Well, back on it here for Westlake, and hopefully they talk some things over on that sideline, because having a miscommunication there on the route on the last one obviously doomed them with that pick 6.
Lennox able to use the hard count this time to get Lone Peak to jump off sides, and everyone was on the same page at that one. Should give them a chance to make a manageable first down and a first and 5 is
always a good start.
Lennox takes a snap, hands it off to the outside, has a pulling guard, gets a block, but the swarm of the Knights is not enough just to gain a 1.5 on the play.
They pursue as well as anybody out there. You saw that. They just kind of tracked him down and just made sure you got nothing out of that. It's going to be tough sledding, it feels like, for Westlake in this one, unless they can really start picking up bigger chunks than 1 or 2 yards at a time on the ground.
Yeah, I do like the flow of the 3-4 defense. Get those linebackers, force everything to the sidelines, and make it a long night for the offense.
All right, I think our scorebug's finally up and running. So, yeah, 10-0 the lead for Lone Peak here, midway through the first. We got another flag. Jeez.
A pre-snap penalty here. A little movement. Thunder backing up now. Ball start by the offense.
And those ones kind of drive you nuts as a coach. You picked up 5 yards of the penalty earlier on in the drive, then you give it right back a couple plays later.
Ball plays back at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 8 for the Thunder. Lennox with 11 personnel on the field. RPO action, cuts up the middle. Big gain there before the Thunder. That's number 49. not listed on my roster. We'll check around and see if we can get a reference for who was able to make the play in the first down for the Thunder.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I talked about, the fact you need to get more than 1 or 2 yard chunks. That's the type of runs you need to start popping here, and that's obviously a good sign for Westlake if they can keep that rolling.
Thunder looking to capitalize on the momentum from the first down. Knights showing pressure, hands off again to the outside, not able to get more than a yard on the play.
I just heard the PA announcer say Tapasoa carrying the ball there. We have Tapasoa on our roster, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll scan it through, see if...
This is the fun part about high school football, is you can have guys pop up on a roster 10th game of the year and you still don't have them on said rosters.
Yeah, Thunder were running Ashton Taylor at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
He was out for a season-ending injury. On Twitter, posted surgery went well. Lanks hands it off again to the running back. Oh, nowhere to go, as everyone just swarmed there at the line of scrimmage.
All right, so we're going to have 3rd and medium here.
Ball's at the 37. 3rd down.
Lanks breaks the huddle again. Tight end, 2 wide receivers to the short end of the field. Man in motion, able to get the defensive end to jump. There'll be a pre-snap flag.
It's that running back, Mason Tapasoa, I believe. He's wearing a different number, I think, though. I'm not 100% certain.
Okay.
False start Westlake, 5-yard penalty.
That was a false start on the offense. Man in motion. Lineman heard the footsteps and moved. So another 3rd and long for the
medium,
Thunder.
that goes to 3rd and long. We got a timeout for Westlake.
Timeout for Westlake. Thank you all for jumping in on this Wednesday night. Let you know this is Skin Science, the presenting sponsor for the Lone Peak football. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Visit SkinScienceInstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. We'll jump right back after a word from sponsors. We're back, KSL Sports Rewind Network. 3rd and long. Lennox takes a snap, whips it to the outside. Wide receivers fight for it. Looks like someone's able to hang on to it.
Oh, it's going to be incomplete.
No, incomplete.
Funny enough, that ball being a little bit underthrown with that wind in his face worked almost to their advantage. Actually, receivers had to pop up, but good job by the defensive backs there for Lone Peak to rip that ball out as he went to the ground.
Yeah, jump ball opportunity here for the Thunder. Not able to come down to it like I'm taking a shot down the field. We have the punt team out here for the Thunder. Punt is up, almost tipped there. Bouncing down the right side of the field. Lone Peak will just let this one go and start their drive from the 31-yard line.
Kick down to the 31-yard line. Lone Peak.
Overall, a pretty fast-moving quarter here, Nate. We're already, we have 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's been moving pretty quick. Obviously, Lone Peak leading 10-0. And they've only had the one drive on offense. It's been a lot of the time of possession has belonged to Westlake. Just been fairly ineffective in terms of moving the ball consistently.
So we see Christensen break the huddle again. Takes a snap, hands it off to the outside, comes up the middle, breaking it to the second level. Quick 15-yard gain for the Knights. It's number 8, Cade Hansen with the carry, I believe.
Yeah, that was actually about as easy a run as you're going to find. He was 5 yards up field before any blue jerseys were even near him on that. He picked up first down yards. Great first down carry there.
Luke Christensen breaks the huddle again. Everyone tight to the ball on this snap. Hands it off up the middle again. Fighting for yards. Breaks it off the pile and gets 5 for it. Number 6, Sam Wright, able to carry that one.
Yeah, Wright got kind of up in the middle of that line, realized there was space to the outside, bounced, did just a little sidestep, and picks up 5 yards. Quick 5 yards. That's a great read by him to do that.
Yeah, great job seeing the vision here. It looks like there was a timeout on the field. As the clock is running down at the end of the first quarter. We'll flip sides and be right back. KSL Sports Rewind Network. Welcome back, KSL Sports Rewind Network. We have Luke Christensen handing it off up the middle again, fighting for yards and not able to get much on that one.
Yeah, good job there by the Westlake defensive line, holding their blocks there. And you see Tomaway Payal once again right in the middle of this. He's kind of been the guy everywhere on the field for Westlake. You mentioned you called their game last week. You always see him around the football.
Yeah, a couple of recruiting stars sprinkled across this defensive line for the Thunder. Fun to see the talent over on this side of the valley. Christensen takes the snap, hands it off up the middle again. Powder Blue swarms in the backfield.
Yeah, great job there by Westlake in that defensive front. They brought a blitz and it worked to perfection. Sale Fano is committed to BYU right in there on that, helping make that tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, great job there, shouting out that defensive line, able to make life hard for the Knights on this drive, bringing out the punt team.
And the crazy thing is about Nusi was right off coming off that back edge, had the front side of that defensive line not gotten that tackle. Nusi probably tracks him down from the back.
Yeah, great job in hustle there by the Thunder. A flag coming out on the snap. Punt is dropped. And chance to return it for the Thunder. Fighting for yards, but brought down quickly.
That flag being thrown right at the snap indicates to me it's probably going to be an illegal formation. Too many men in the backfield there, just in terms of lining up for Lone Peak. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to call on that. In the meantime, like to shout out to Burt Brothers as one of our sponsors, where auto care is done better. Looks like the referees are still working this one out on the field.
Illegal formation on Lone Peak on the punt there. And
false start offense.
So they give him 5 yards from where the ball ended up being down. So there you go. I think that was the confusion. Was it? Did they want to decline the penalty and have a free kick? They just had yardage on to the end of the play.
Ooh, fumble in the backfield. Blank's not able to get one to the running back. Knights fall on it for a quick chance for Lone Peak to get the ball back here from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was a miscommunication once again for Westlake. An unfortunate break because sets Lone Peak up right here in the red zone, just starting this drive essentially as they look to extend their lead.
Yeah, tough mental error here for the Knights. Looks like Tag Zundel able to fall on that one.
Yeah, that's about as easy to recover as you're going to get. That ball just bouncing on the ground there. You just got to pounce on it.
Christensen takes the snap, drives the ball to the flats. Oh, not able to hold on that one. Nusi on the coverage. Not anywhere to go with it if he hauled that one in.
Yeah, it was Cade Hansen trying to bring that in. It appeared for Lone Peak, but you mentioned Nusi. He lit him up after he dropped that, and that was coming either way. It felt like even if he held on to that.
2nd and 10 for the Knights. Hoping to get points on the board again this evening with the senior Luke Christensen taking the snap. quick reverse handoff to number 11, swinging around the outside, steps over a defender, and is brought down after a gain of 8. That is Ty Cogswell again, having a big night after we saw him on a screen pass earlier.
Yeah, Cogswell doing a good job there. Nice job just selling it from the front side, speaking of the Olympics offense, but a good job by the Westlake defense. They stayed at home, didn't over-pursue, and obviously were able to negate a big gain there, but still makes it third and very manageable here. They pick up 7 yards.
Yeah, Lone Peak has an opportunity tonight, as we talked about last game of the regular season, to go in, see how much depth this team has and what they'll need if called upon in the playoffs. Christensen takes the snap again, hands it off up the middle into just a storm of powder blue at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great job there once again by that defensive line from Westlake. They've been really strong so far tonight. But you mentioned the fact that they're trying to get a look at their depth. They already had to do it. We had Ike Staley start this game at quarterback, came up injured, and Luke Christensen's now in the game. So they're getting looks, particularly at quarterback, at how much depth they've got. 4th and 4. Kick into the wind on this one.
Yeah, this is Brecken Carr again. 1 PAT, 1 field goal on the evening. Lined up from the right hash. Boots it up. Called good. Over the left side of the field goal. And that will put up the Knights 13. To the Thunder nothing. And we'll take a quick break.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence, thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.
We're back, KSL Sports Rewind Network, with the Lone Peak Knights up 13 points here in the second quarter. 8 minutes and 41 seconds left. We have Carr on the kickoff, boots it, a pooch kick up to the 30-yard line. Calls for a fair catch by the Thunder. Number 19, Cutter Vance, not taking any chances.
Well, yeah, I was going to say Vance, that was a gutsy move by him to obviously come down with that, because that ball was up in the air, as you mentioned, kind of probably fluttering around in that wind. But good job by him securing it with that fair catch.
Yeah, those upmen's aren't always prepared for those pooch kicks to come out their way in the field goal, but we have Lennox again behind center. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle, finds a hole, is fighting for yardage with the safety dragging behind him, brought down after a big first down. Number 26, Mason Tapuso.
Yeah, Tapuso did a good job there. Caleb Pig there got absolutely blasted in the hole there as it came through on his pole. I couldn't see what the defender was from Lone Peak who lit him up. He looked a little worse for the wear, but that's part of he looks like he's staying in the game here, but he got absolutely pummeled in the hole. Funny thing about it is that hit allowed Tapusoa to scoot by him for that big gain.
Yeah, be the hammer, be the nail. Either way, make the block.
Sure.
Thunder first down. Lennox hands it off to the outside to Puso, brought down after 3 yards. Seeing a spark of life from the Thunder.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see if they can put something together here, because they've had quite a bit of time of possession, but really haven't done much in terms of moving the ball consistently here, Nate. So hopefully they can get this going a little bit here. It'd be nice to see them get some points on the board, get some confidence going.
Lennox correcting the placement of the running back on the play. Takes the snap, hands it off, cut up to the short side of the field, fighting for another about 3 yards. They'll give them on the play. 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards. You'll almost have a first down every time.
Yeah, they talk about 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but biggest thing is it looks like this offensive line starting to impose their will a little bit here on this Lone Peak defensive line, and we'll see if it pays off here as they get to a third and manageable here, about 3rd and 4.
Blanks takes a snap, fakes it. The handoff comes flying across the outside. The edge was waiting for him right there. It looked like 22 Cooper Stosic able to shed a block and make a play.
Yeah, Stosic did a good job there, as you mentioned. That's one of those plays. I don't know if it's called cubic keeper on that, but those are the ones in retrospect, I should have handed it off there, but they're going to have to punt as a result.
Yeah, trying to see how disciplined this Lone Peak's offense is. Able to stay home, make a play. I think we'll have Gabe Contreras back here to punt this one away. Low snap. Gets a good boot on it with the wind ripping towards the end zone.
That's a beauty.
Right out at the 5-yard line.
I'm not 100% certain he meant to do that, but that worked about as perfect as it could have. It's going to be inside the 10 here. Looks like about the 7-yard line officially. Great punt. You mentioned that he used the wind, but got a good leg into it as well. Yeah,
tight spiral. Rolled it right down. Kicked it away from the return man. See if this defensive line for the Thunder can capitalize on this position. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in the half. Christensen hands it off up the middle. Fighting for yardage. Great stop there by the Thunder defensive line.
Yeah, Sale Fano and Nusi Tamoepea, the two big stars of this defense, combined on that tackle there. They're an absolute. They're tough to block on the perimeter on both sides of that kind of outside linebacker defensive pass rush type position, and then good job by them closing in there and obviously negating any gain. Really be more than as they get about a half yard there. It looks like maybe one.
Yeah, last year out here calling a Westlake game, saw Fano on the roster, popular name here in the Valley for football. Started texting around to see the relation, to any relation to the Utes brothers. Hand off to Christensen, met in the backfield, fights for yards to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, Tamoepea almost blew that up in the backfield there. He'll escape and get back to the line of scrimmage there, making it 3rd and long. Here's a big opportunity once again for Westlake on defense. Did you ever find out what the relationship, Fano? Is it cousins? Or
we believe it's a cousin.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
I don't think it's...
Obviously Spencer and Logan up there at Utah, fantastic offensive and defensive lineman for the Utes. And Saleh is committed to BYU. He's planning on going on a mission before he enrolls down in Provo.
Yeah, big body, big frame.
Yes.
Had some sparks to him.
Yep.
All right, big 3rd down here for the Knights, 3rd and 9. Christian drops back to pass, whips it over the shoulder, intercepted, brought in by number 31, Lincoln Lee, on the pick 6 for the Westlake Thunder.
So we've got 2 pick 6 in this game, and obviously both of them have come as they've gone into the wind there. Those passes from these quarterbacks are sailing in the wind. You mentioned that they've been able to kind of sit on it. Fantastic return there, and now that gets Westlake right back into this game with that touchdown.
Yeah, great job there by the Thunder, able to capitalize. Throwing into the wind has been difficult for both quarterbacks this evening.
It says Afuvai on the PA. Let's see.
We'll double check this one.
Yeah, so Zealand Afuvai who they said returned it for the touchdown there. So we couldn't make out a number initially. So Zealand Afuvai with the pick 6 and returning it there for the first touchdown.
We're back, KSL Sports Rewind Network. Thunder able to capitalize off of a great punt and field possession there for a short pick 6, making a 7-13 ball game this Wednesday evening. Thunder kickoff team, heavy wind at their back. Boots this one coming up into the end zone. Touchback, bringing the Knights out at the 20-yard line.
Those are easy kickoffs as a kickoff specialist. All you do is get up in the wind there and let it ride.
My body's going to be confused this evening, Jake, when I don't stop at In-N-Out thinking I can sleep in tomorrow and watch college football. This is going to be a rough Thursday.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. Fall break pops up, and you have those early games. Obviously, we're adjusting for them last week. A lot of teams playing Wednesday and Thursday last week, adjusting for this week. But as I mentioned, you're going to have games tonight, tomorrow night, and Friday night, just spread across the state. Different regions opting to play different nights.
Christensen back out with leading this Knights offense. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Bouncing off a tackle, fights for yards, falls forward for a gain of 2.
Yeah, nice solid pickup there. That appears that was Sam Wright once again. He's kind of been their star running back most of the season. He's a hard-nosed runner. I really like the way he plays. And quick 3 yards of making it 2nd and 7 here. Should open the playbook wide open on the 2nd down. But I do wonder, I'll just add this, going into this win, you just have that pick 6, obviously, by Christensen. How much are you going to be concerned with maybe having him throw down the field at any point going into this win?
See, here's Christensen, fakes the handoff again, tries to bounce to the outside, shakes one defender, falls back a little bit further, and nowhere to go.
This poor lineman was out there trying to get a block and ended up getting tripped up, actually tripped his own quarterback up. That's how things went, but a big loss, tackle for loss there for Westlake. Another opportunity to get off the field here and hopefully get their offense the ball back in pretty good field position.
3rd down.
Looks like Westlake bringing a couple DBs on the field to try to stop this 3rd and 12. We'll see what the Knights have cooked up for this long distance. We have a timeout on the field by the Thunder trying to get the right personnel on the field. Welcome back, KSL Sports Rewind Network, Wednesday night high school football. 3rd and 12 here for the Lone Peak Knights. Christensen takes the snap, drops back, swings it to the wide receiver. Big gain there for a 1st down.
Yeah, great job there by Jay-Sean Mayberry on a great route, playing off coverage from the defensive backs, and he took advantage of it, just a little square in route up to the sticks essentially, and picks up 1st down yards. That's a great throw, great obviously route run by Mayberry, but even better by Christensen firing that in there against the wind to the outside.
Yeah, I like the offense being able to draw up a play to get the ball into space and make the athletes make plays.
Yeah, Mayberry might be one of the best, if not the best, on this Lone Peak side.
Christensen again drops back to pass, looks to go over the middle, checks it down to the wide side of the field. Looks like that's again Ty Cogswell.
Getting his hands underneath that ball there. Look, it was diving at his feet. Got to get his hands underneath it. The side judge read it immediately and said it was a catch.
2nd about 4 for the Lone Peak Knights. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the half. Lone Peak trying to run the 2-minute drill to get the last score of the half up. Christensen hands it off up the middle, fighting for yards, but not much more than 2 on the play.
Maybe a 3rd and short here. I'm still impressed. This Westlake defense, they are holding their own here. Just kind of, the defensive line's been very good. This is a veteran Lone Peak offensive line that makes life difficult for a lot of defenses. You got to give credit here to Westlake. They've been more than holding their own against that O-line.
Yeah, like we said, Lone Peak 9-2 on the season, have been able to push around a lot of defensive fronts, but yeah, having a harder time this evening.
Hard count there by Christensen trying to get somebody to jump. Nobody taking the bait.
Takes the snap, looks for a quick pass to the outside. Cogswell again able to get out of bounds. Minute 18 left on the clock.
Yeah, Nusitabe Pao came unabated to the quarterback and popped Christensen. Good job by Christensen throwing it to where the defense was coming from and getting it to Cogswell for the 1st down yard, which is exactly what you're supposed to do as a quarterback.
Yeah, heads up play here.
Football, please make your
be able to identify the hot route and the pressure coming at them.
Yep.
Anybody with youth football, please.
Coaches will tell you as a quarterback, throw the defense is coming at you from their blitzing. That's typically where that open receiver is at, and that's exactly where Cogswell was.
Christian hands it off from the gun, bouncing to the outside, fighting for yards, and finally being brought down by the pile.
Nice search forward there. Going to be minimal gain, unfortunately, but a good job by Christensen, as you mentioned, handing that off. Was that Wright again, it looked like, carrying it?
Yeah, it looked like Sam Wright fighting for the yards. Powerful senior running back for the Knights. We have 48 seconds left on the clock.
First half has flown by.
A
lot of running, so obviously
a little windy for the air to go. Christensen empty formation, drops back to pass, wings it to the outside again to Cogswell, able to chunk it down the field and get out of bounds.
Oh, perfect. They're running 2-minute offense here, and that's exactly what we're supposed to do. Get to the outside, get out of bounds, or essentially get down, get a timeout, or get out of bounds. Great route there by Cogswell. First down yardage and gets out of bounds, saving another timeout.
Thunder doing a great job keeping all the wide receivers in front of them, but giving up these short passes.
Yeah.
Empty set again here. Trips out to the wide side of the field. Ball on the left hash. Christian drops back, looks to the wide side, wings it beyond the numbers. Fighting on the outside, incomplete. Pass intended for Jaden Mayberry. Not able to get up after that one. Ball looking a little bit outside.
That ball floated on him. Obviously, that wind getting that ball, and Mayberry had no chance to come down with it inbounds. Great job by the Westlake defense. I think it was number 36 on that one. We have number 36 on our roster? We do not. So he was kind of driving towards the end, to the sideline there, making sure that nothing was going to come down inbounds.
Christensen again in the empty formation, man in motion coming across, looks again to the wide side, checks it down. Cogswell on the screenplay again, fighting for yards over the middle, breaks a tackle inside the 20 and is forced out of bounds about the 13-yard line. Great job there, working again. We have 11 seconds left on the clock, pushed out of bounds. See if they can get one more play off or bring out the field goal team.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Cogswell, you mentioned doing a good job, kind of picking up the yardage you could and then getting out of bounds. Leaves them time here, probably take one shot at the end zone, as you mentioned, Nate, and then bring out the field goal unit, see if you can tack on 3 at least.
Yeah, Christensen again lined up in this empty formation. It's got to be fun to have the trust from the coach just to wing it around here going into the half. We have a timeout coming here for the Knights. We'll take one as well. KSL Sports Rewind Network. KSL Sports Rewind Network, and shout out to Skin Science. Skin Science is a presenting sponsor of the Lone Peak football team. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and to enroll now. Christensen lined up again, empty formation in the gun. Looks to take a shot at the end zone, I'd hope.
Yeah, we'll see what they draw up here.
Takes back, looks, Thunder bringing heat, just wings it outside. Ball falls short to the out of bounds.
I got to think they got to be talking about that being intentional grounding there, because he just threw that up and it literally kind of curved in the wind, went almost completely parallel to the sideline there. It's like they're gonna rule he got outside the tackle box there. I don't know. I don't remember what the high school rule is, because it used to be where you had to at least get it beyond the line of scrimmage there for it not to be intentional grounding. They're gonna talk it over here. I think they're gonna end up dropping that flag.
Yeah, it looks like definitely possible. He was just trying to get rid of it, not to be brought down.
And we do have zeros on the scoreboard too. So are we at halftime? That's all, the other debate here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, only 10 seconds left on the clock, hanging that one up there. Intentional grounding.
That's like if they want to. If time has indeed expired, they can just go to halftime. We'll see what the officials decide here. But we have zeros on the scoreboard here at Westlake High School. So intentional grounding. Obviously, we lost it down. And they're going to leave 5 seconds on the clock here. And I'm not going to lie, where that flag was dropped, I think he was even further back than where the referee dropped that flag there. Because it's a spot foul, but that should be another 3 or 4 yards back, I believe, based on just my recollection of that play there. But oh no, they didn't move it back, so it's right back here at the 30. So there we go.
Pushing him back.
All right, so
there.
this is going to be quite a kick if that's what they opt to go with here.
Yeah, again, into this wind. Watched it pregame, knock a TV off a table here. But great job by the Thunder defense calling up the Firehouse blitz there.
Yep. So they're going to leave the offense on the field here, not opting to give Carr a chance to boot this one. In theory, it's a 47-yard field goal. Yeah, that's into this win. You have to give quite a leg. Most college kickers would struggle with a kick like that.
Christian takes the snap. 4 men coming at him. Wings it to the end zone. Gives Cogswell a chance. Intercepted. Fighting for it. Looks like they'll stop forward progression at the 1 yard line. And that's how we'll go into the half.
13, Westlake.
Shout out.
7.
Number 36 again.
36 again.
Is that, well, I think we found out that was Mason Tapasoa, who's at number 26 on our roster. But great job by him just kind of waiting on that pass and picking it off 10.5 here as they end up with 13-7 as our score.
Yeah, great job here for the half. We will be stepping away from the KSL Rewind Network. Come back, join us after the half with Lone Peak up 13 and then Thunder 7 Wednesday Night Football.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence, thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. And financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back, KSL Sports Rewind Network out here Wednesday Night Football. We've had a closer game than we were expecting. Lone Peak Knights 13, Westlake 7 after a pick 6 by the sophomore Dax Scalgrow. His second interception of the evening.
Well, we were informed at halftime, Dax Scalgard has been the guy. He had both of those interceptions in the first half for Westlake, the one that ended the half, obviously, and the pick 6 as well. Funny enough, both touchdowns tonight have come on pick 6s, as Lone Peak got their lone touchdown off of a pick 6 as well. They also had 2 field goals, and you mentioned it, Nate, it's kind of been a back and forth battle, all things considered here, and everything to play for in the second half.
Yeah, definitely a fight for this one. See what we have going into the playoffs here in Region 6A. Feels like it could be anybody's ball game to take home the championship. Appreciate Doug running the camera system for us this evening.
Hey, his Dodgers are winning. Life's good for him.
Yeah, baby. 30 seconds left now for the start of the second half. I'd like to shout out the sponsor, doTERRA. doTERRA is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can improve your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com.
Yeah, so I just heard that Ike Staley, who they lost earlier in the game, to Lone Peak at quarterback, has dehydration issues. That's why he ended up leaving the game. And Christensen's been kind of holding down the fort there at quarterback with Kepe Neomatelu, who we kind of expected maybe coming in, actually sitting out tonight. Bob Mulatalo, Bear Tenney, some of the bigger name players for Lone Peak sitting out this game.
Yeah, that would make sense of what we saw as he popped up after a scramble and just went down slow and kind of awkwardly, knew something didn't feel right. Good move getting off the field, but great job, Luke Christensen, being able to run this offense on short notice.
Yeah, he's doing fine so far. Obviously, it's been a lot of ground game on both sides. Our first half lasted, I think, like 50 minutes. They just kind of rumbled. The clock just got chewed up, obviously, with a lot of running game on both sides here, with the wind wreaking havoc on a lot of the passing game here.
Yeah, real battle in the trenches for both sides to fight for yardage. We've seen some plays in the backfield for this Thunder defensive line. Lone Peak going to get the ball starting the second half.
We got Mayberry back there to return it. I'm trying to get the other number. It's number 2.
Landon Goff,
so Goff
also
Mayberry,
back there to return. Kicking into the wind. Looks like they're lined up a little bit shorter, hoping to get a return out of this. Ball's up for the Thunder. Hanging up there. We're going to get a return by Goff. Takes it up, tries to run up behind the wedge, cuts back, finding yardage. One guy to beat. No flags down yet. Goff is streaking. He's running with the Buffaloes into the end zone.
Yeah, that was a great return there. Goff, you mentioned, got 2 blocks, broke into the open field, and there was nobody around him. Blocked up extremely well, and that's a great way to start the second half for the Lone Peak Knights, adding 6 to the board on the opening kickoff of the half.
Quick response there by the special teams there, able to bring out the PAT unit. Just tough kicking into this wind, hung the ball up there, which most other nights would have just gone into the end zone for a touchback. Not the case here. Goff did a great job finding a lane behind the return team.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there was nobody around him. He had acres of space out there, and he exploited it, and great job by him. You mentioned no flags, blocked up extremely well. The rest of his kick return unit always got to be giving themselves a pat on the back by blocking up, and that's about as easy a return as you'll ever see in terms of a touchdown return.
Yeah, did a great job keeping his foot on the gas so nobody could catch him. Christensen lined up for 2, swings it to the outside, throws it back over his shoulder. Cogswell dancing by himself for 2-point conversion. How about the 5th catch for Cogswell on the evening? Big target, big plays.
Yeah, great play design there. You mentioned they just kind of get the defense going one way. See Cogswell sneak out the backside there. All Christian has to do is just step back and sling it to the back corner of the opposite side of the field. And great play design. Now they're up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, like the effort there by Christensen. It's hard to get all your momentum rolling one side, flip those hips around, just winging a ball.
Well, you got to give credit to that offensive line because, as you mentioned, they're kind of flowing. The offensive line's got to obviously set that up and give him the time to be, as you mentioned, kind of turn and swivel his hips on that. But great job all the way around. And quite a start to the half here for Lone Peak, all things considered.
Yeah, quick 8 points here for the Knights. Starting the second half, only 15 seconds off the clock. Bracken Carr will line this one up with the wind at his back. Boots this one up, soars deep into the end zone for a touchback.
You have no reason to give Westlake a chance to return the favor, as it were, with that return. Just kick it in the end zone and make them take it from their own 20.
Still time to make your way down to our delicious food trucks. Tonight we got We Ice, the Pacific Island Grill, Nautical Bowls, and Hot Poppin' Kettle Corn.
Thunder breaking the huddle again. This is Lennox at quarterback, I believe.
It's a Wildcat formation.
Yeah, it looks like we might have been switching over to the Wildcat package. Same thing we saw last Thursday night. Bad snap here for the quarterback. Dives on it. Looks, picks it up. Does not dive. Ball is stripped. Looks like they'll call stop of forward progression.
Yeah, Drayson Afuvai misplaying that snap there. He was in that Wildcat formation, letting it go right over his shoulder there. Tried to get any yardage back, and as you mentioned, they kind of bailed him out there by calling him down in terms of forward progression, because that ball would look like it got stripped out right at the end of that play. But man, that's a brutal break. That makes it second and extremely long after that fumble.
Yeah, we saw Drayson Thursday night. Heavy dose of Wildcat package with a fullback just trying to bruise the ball down the field. caught American Fork sleeping and was actually able to throw a touchdown pass, which was fun. Not the prettiest ball you see in the state, but 6 points cashed in just the same.
Delay a game. They took too long to get the guys on the field and play call in, so we have to distance the goal, so go from the 3 to the 1.5.
Yeah, having a running back in there just does not have that body clock, those reps to know that you only have that 25-second play clock to get it off.
You check the clock, obviously, as you mentioned, and get ready for it. It looks like they're going to stay with this Wildcat package with off of I playing that Wildcat quarterback.
Drayson takes the direct snap, holds on to it, fights for yardage. This is going to be the 3 yards in a cloud of dust fight for the Thunder as they continue to push.
The 3 yards. I think there's only 2 there, and it's now going to be it's going to be 3rd and long. Yeah, I was going to say they flipped it to 1st down. I'm like, hold on, what's going on here?
3rd and very long. We'll see what the Thunder's able to cook up here. If they may just be fighting for enough yards for the punter to be comfortable.
Interesting decision by head coach Arnold Ollie there to go with this Wildcat package. And one of those plays, the snap gets away from the Wildcat, and all of a sudden you're back deep in your own territory.
Drayson takes the snap off again, tries to cut back after getting about a gain of 6. Nowhere near enough for 1st down, but should give it a little bit more breathing room for the punt team.
Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of nailed it there, Nate, with your analysis saying, hey, they're looking just to get some yardage here to give a safe punt away, and you're right. You don't want necessarily your guy standing on his own back line there with defenders like 10 yards away. They'll give him at least the full 15 they usually like to have on your punt team.
Punt team lined up for the Thunder. Able to boot this one in. Not much wind coming towards the outside. Looks like it landed about the 40-yard line. Giving a good opportunity for the Knights to score after the kick return. Again, we have not seen much from the Lone Peak offense this evening in terms of time of possession.
They haven't had to do much, though, because think about it. They've had a pick 6 on defense, kick return for a touchdown, and their offensive series has yielded 2 field goals. Now they're in really, really good field position here, see if they can cash this one for their first touchdown offensively on the night.
Yeah, efficient ways to win here for Lone Peak Knights. Christensen fumbles a snap, drops back to pass, takes a shot deep. Mayberry not able to reach out to get it.
Pass incomplete.
Good read there by Christensen. See Mayberry able to beating that corner on the side, but not able to connect that deep.
Yeah, Mayberry, the kid can fly, but he mentioned that wind at his back. I wonder if that pass just got caught up in the wind a little bit and just stepped too far there for Mayberry to come down with it, but he gave it every ounce of effort he could get, trying to catch up to it.
Great job there, taking shots down the field. Christensen takes the snap, hands it off, cuts up the middle, and fights Newsy, bringing him down with authority.
Good pickup there, making it 3rd and manageable here. It's number 23 who carried that, Sean Tahi. Not called his name a lot tonight. Usually one of the more, his name a lot more on defense, but he is a reserve running back.
Yeah, I believe the 2nd most yards on the ground for the Knights. Number 3 was the quarterback Kepa, who was going to take the night off. Christensen attempts a hard snap, drops back to pass, gets it away. Wide receiver tips it up, but over the defender.
Pressure on the quarterback.
Actually, good job by Mayberry. Actually tipped that up. Had he not, I'm thinking that might have been intercepted there.
Yeah.
That's our guy. Is it Dax Scougard out there, number 36 again?
Yeah,
he was in position to pick that up. He might have had his 3rd interception of the night had that not been tipped up.
Informed at halftime, he was wreaking havoc on the sophomore team. Was able to impress enough coaches there that they brought him up this evening to see if he could make some plays.
So we're going to go for a 51-yard field goal here. Brecken Carr got the wind at his back here.
Ball Ball is down. Ball is up. Coming out wide. A short return by the Thunder.
It's one of my least favorite rules in the high school game, not being able to return it from the end zone. I think they need to change that rule at some point and allow those players to return that. I think it'd be a lot more fun, but I also understand there's player safety issues at play as well.
I know, but everyone's dreaming of being the next Devin Hester.
They want to kick 6, baby. Let's go. Let them have the chance. As it is, it'll be on the 20, and essentially no damage for Westlake there as they avoid giving up 3 points.
Follow Jake Hatch on Twitter as he makes the change.org position so that we can get kick 6s available.
I'm going to go in front of the UHSAA board. I've really got other things to worry about, but I'm going to make sure I have my voice heard at some point. I'm coming for you, Rob Cuff. All right, we're going still Wildcat here, it appears. Alpha Vice still playing that quarterback spot, it looks like.
Drayson taking the direct snap again, cuts it up the field.
Got absolutely popped there in the hole.
Yeah, seeing the amount of Wildcat packages we saw last week against American Fork.
Stosich there, Cooper Stosich with absolutely just pummeled him in the hole there. Great job by Stosich from his backside linebacker position.
Yeah, it must have been tough. He has an interesting week at practice as Lone Peak prepared for the Wildcat packages and just these up-the-gut runs over and over again.
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of bumps and bruises were felt preparing.
As a linebacker, you got to be ready for it, and Stosich there putting his helmet right in the sternum of Afuvai.
Man in motion. Drayson takes the handoff, coming to the short end of the field, pops out. Looks like he's coming up for a 3rd and inches.
Yeah, Wes Valgardson dragging him down short of the sticks there.
Oh, they'll give him the first down.
They'll give him the first down yardage. All right. Got up to the 30. I thought he came down a little bit short like you did, Nate. It appeared like he had bounced towards the first down marker, but they ruled he was far enough downfield for first down yardage.
Yeah, great job fight there by Drayson. Drayson takes a snap, has 2 linemen pulling to the left side, gets up for another 3-yard gain. Looks like Newsie's coming out here to give him a breather. We saw Newsie able to wear down the American Fork offense and score a late touchdown. Maybe an interesting approach here for the Thunder to do the same, try to wear down the Knights here on a Wednesday evening.
Problem is, I just wonder if that, with how plodding they seem to be playing with, like in terms of pace, will they have enough time really to do much damage? That's the only concern I got.
Newsy takes the handoff, flag at the snap, gets to the outside, breaks the edge. He's still on his feet. Looks like I call him out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Pushed out by the secondary.
Yeah, Tamoe Peo showing off his speed getting around that edge there, but that flag was thrown right at the snap indicates to me usually that's an illegal formation or an illegal procedure penalty, which is going to back him up sadly because that's going to cost him. Yeah, there you go, legal procedure, the call.
Yeah, it looks like this is coming out. False start against the offense. Going to push him back.
See if Newsy can recreate that magic on this next down.
Yeah, has the speed. We got some get to the edge a couple times.
Well, and there's a reason why teams like Stanford absolutely want him. This kid's an absolute terror. He's going to play defense at the next level, but he's absolutely dynamite. It looks like he's coming out and off of back in.
Yeah, change of pace. Get him out into space against that secondary. Tend to be a little bit smaller, not ready to tackle a D1 defender. Drayson takes the snap, going to the wide side of the field, cuts it back, running through an arm tackle, and then brought down.
Ball's out by Grayson.
Bringing up about 3rd and 5.
I like the vision of Afuvai. Does a good job setting up his blocks. You mentioned he cuts back against the grain there. I think an extra 4 or 5 yards as a result. And here comes Nusi. We're going to keep trading. Afuvai, Tamoipeo. Afuvai, Tamoipeo. There we go.
Yeah, give them the play calls one at a time from the sideline, run them in and out.
Well, it's a Thunder and Lightning thought. We saw Afuvai going up the middle now. Nusi, can he get the edge here again and pick up that first down yardage? We're going to have timeout, looks like, from Coach Brockbank on the other side.
Yeah, Lone Peak going to take a timeout to see how they can stop the Wildcat, and we'll take one here. KSL Rewind Sports Network.
Lone Peak.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence, thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back, KSL Sports Network. Off this Thunder timeout, 5 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Lone Peak Knights up 21. Thunder have 7 on the board. Nusi, see if he'll fight to get the edge and fly up the field again. Takes the snap, comes out, breaks the shoelace tackle, gets the edge, trying to stiff arm the defender. Pushed out here at the 52-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Tamoipeo to pick that first down yards. Landon Goff finally escorting him out of bounds there, but not before, obviously, he gets the first down yards. Big run there. Hey, we might be right about this. Like, you're going to see Afuvai kind of go up the middle, set it up, and Tamoipeo is going to get the edge there with his speed around the outside. And, hey, so far it's yielding a nice drive, probably maybe their best drive of the game so far.
Dual-headed dragon approach here for the Thunder. Smash and dash. See if they can keep this momentum down. Grayson takes the snap, fighting to the upside. Gets taken down at the line of scrimmage. Great stop there by the Knights.
Yeah, much better there on the edge from the Lone Peak defense. Mentioned the fact he couldn't get any yards. Actually, no gain officially. It looks like it's
no gain on the play.
A great job there. And this is a Lone Peak squad that this defensive line, they routinely, even though they might be undersized, they hold their edge better than most teams out there that have more size than they do. And a great job on that play in particular.
Yeah, it looks like the defensive coordinator on the sideline for the Knights coaching up the defensive ends to make sure that they are setting those edges.
Do you happen to know who that is by chance?
I don't have that
Denny,
one.
Former BYU standout, spent a lot of time in the NFL with the Buffalo Bills. For my money, the best defensive coordinator in the state at the high school level.
Great deep dive there, and that was
Nusi up the middle.
Nusi taking it up the middle, brought down by Ethan Templeton, jumped on his back, but Nusi powerful enough, fights still for another 5 yards.
Got to do something to get him down, obviously. Yeah, we're playing Thunder and Lightning here, it looks like. Nusi staying in, though, on this one. No, he came out. He just came out, okay.
Easy to identify with the hair, luckily.
I was going to say, so another third down here, 3rd and long 5, it looks like.
Drayson in here. Shout out to number 52, Lotu Manu, being the fullback, leading the way. Yeah, Drayson cuts it up, maybe 2 yards short of the first down.
Down 2 scores here. I fully expect they're going to go for this here because you're in no man's land with the wind in your face.
40-yard line, 4th down.
So it's going to be Afuvai staying in on this one, though. No Nusi this time.
And ran Jackson Lattimore out here. We could see a freeze play or the quarterback dive. Takes the dive, runs it up the middle. Just a wash here.
Depend on the spot. I don't think he's got it, though. I think he's short. They need to get lower on that, obviously, and drive forward, and we'll see where they mark this.
From the roof of the scores table, definitely tough to see where that ball washed.
They're going to measure it.
And we're bringing out the sticks.
I still think, yeah, there you go. As I say, like, that's clearly short from my vantage point here, and then the White Hat just ruled it. So a good stop, turnover on downs for the Lone Peak defense.
Yeah, I thought we might see him try the freeze play, just get him to jump there.
Sure.
I was excited, but no, they were ready to try to pound it out,
there
but
wasn't
met by
much
the wall.
surge by that front line. It felt like they needed to get more of a push there, and obviously you would expect Offenvai to dive in there behind those guys, but there wasn't much of a surge. I think Lone Peak was more than ready for that.
We have Christensen back out here for the Knights in the gun. Hands it off to the right side, dives it up. Number 6, Sam Wright on the carry.
Salifano from his defensive end position making a great tackle there, negating a potential big gainer, excuse me.
Also be interesting to see what the head coaches are working on out here in the field for the Knights as they prepare for the playoffs. Christensen takes the snap, looks down the field, checks it over the middle. Broken up quickly by the safety. It's number 43, Stone Sua, a sophomore DB.
All right, another opportunity here. And all things considered, Nate, this Lone Peak offense kind of stuck kind of in neutral. Obviously, when you lose your backup quarterback, maybe Ike Staley early on in this game, Christian's done his absolute best, but let's be frank, their touchdowns have come off the other phases of the game.
Yeah, no, the rest of the team able to make up the slack here, but Christensen hands it off again to Wright. Dashes right up into the gut again. Nowhere to go as Nusi wraps him up and brings him down, bringing out the punt team.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter here. Another stop for Westlake on defense. If they can get their offense on track at some point, they can make this a ball game.
All right, punt team out here for the Knights. Ball is up, wind at their back. Maurer trying to get to this one to return it, not able to do so.
Ball rolls out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
We'll see.
A knuckleball kick there. Didn't have much action on it and just kind of hopped straight sideways out of bounds.
Maurer had a big game last week with American Fort. Able to deflect a couple passes out there. Was wearing action green. Harder to spot tonight with a lot of the Thunder repping breast cancer pink.
Yep. So we see Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so all you guys wearing pink across the country.
Like Lennox swings this one quick to the outside. A quick gain of 5 on the yards, testing the secondary.
So going back to more of their traditional look on offense here, trying to get things going. I think we're thinking if we can get a touchdown here, it's a one-score game. They're still in this one.
Yeah, definitely. Change of pace Wildcat series for the Thunder.
Brian Peterson and his team for keeping our
Lennox back in there, see if he can push this ball down the field. Oh, wide receiver not aware of the hard count there. Had a good break on his route.
They've shot themselves in the foot so many times tonight. I think it's the 4th or 5th procedural penalty against Westlake. That's going to have coaches just tearing their hair out. This is the end of the regular season. That's the type of stuff you get through. It feels like in game 1 or 2.
Yeah, Coach L trying to still build this program.
Yeah, this Westlake team, on a sophomore and freshman, they got a lot of talent. If they can keep it together, they should grow up over the next 2 or 3 years.
Lennox takes the snap, hands it off, coming up the left side, brought down quickly, bringing up a third. So giving them about 7 yards to go. 26 seconds left here in the quarter. See if we'll get a snap off before Lennox heading out to the huddle. Looks like they'll be trying to get this one off. Hope he can see the difference in the play clock and the game clock.
No, they're switching out, so they're going to probably get to the quarter here. And obviously, they're trying to get a playoff, but when you keep switching bodies out, that's not going to happen. It's going to, yeah, there you go. The quarter's over.
Oh, lets him get off the snap, wings it in, hits a Lone Peak defender in the shoulder pads.
That quarter should have been over. That was more than 3 seconds expired. But hey, Naea gets the pass away and almost intercepted, but no harm, no foul, I suppose. Fourth down coming up. And I was going to say, I was like, did they even realize they were going to the quarter? Because they were like playing like they were going to keep going. All right, so there you go.
Yeah, no time on the clock. We'll be flipping sides, taking a break here from the KSL Sports Rewind Network. Welcome back, KSL Sports Network here. Wednesday night high school football. Last game of the regular season. Lone Peak Knights up 21 to Westlake 7. Jake, what anything stood out to you so far in this game?
Win. That's it, the win. Like, it slowed down everything in this game. All of our touchdowns that come off special teams or defense. Going to have a punt here to open the quarter for Westlake. And funny thing about it is Westlake, if they can find a way to get another touchdown on the board, they'd be right in this one. But just been both teams kind of been stuck in neutral, quite honestly, offensively.
Lone Peak with a man deep to return this one. Logan Goff returned a kickoff already, takes this one, fights for yardage. Look how to be finally brought down by the Thunder.
Flag coming in from the far side, Judge over there. I'm not sure if it was a block in the back. We'll see what they determine here. But you mentioned Goff already has that kick return for a touchdown. He was looking at a punt return to his resume.
Yeah, trying to get there. Great job by the coverage team. We'll see what block in the back. Most likely are holding from the return team. This break, I'd like to thank Skin Science, Lone Peak football sponsor. I'd like to remind you, you start your journey as an esthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
And let's give it up for our Westlake cheerleaders.
This one will be pushed up against Westlake.
Cheerleader, raise those pom-poms to be proud. Let's support our
giving
our senior
excellent field position to already solid punt return.
They're going to re-kick this is what it looks like? Is that what they're doing? Okay.
Oh, coming out early, it looks like.
Oh, no. Also, it was a personal foul setting up Lone Peak in great field position, obviously, with 15 yards tacked on to the end of it.
Christensen takes a snap, hands it off to the left side, fighting through an arm tackle. Number 23, Sean Tahi.
25-yard line.
Another solid run here, getting through to the second level.
Second down.
Big credit to that Lone Peak O-line led by Austin Pay. Obviously, that big left tackles, all the brothers, both at BYU. Speaking of Connor and Trevor, I was told Connor might be tuned in tonight, so if he is, Connor, shout out to you, my man.
2nd and 4. Hard count here for the Knights. Resurveys the field. Christensen takes the snap. Quick pass there to Mayberry. Wrapped up quickly. Number 13 on the play.
That was not Fano.
No, another 13.
Yeah, we got another 13 on the field. Or was that 23? Oh, it's 43. Excuse me. So 43. Sune Sua.
Tough to read these baby blue uniforms from on top of the score booth.
First down yardage, all the same.
Pearson takes the snap, gets that one in the dirt, trying to hit Mayberry on the out route, not able to get it to him.
Yeah, they felt that pressure immediately and just tried to sling it out there. Needed to step more confidently into that throw to get it out there to Mayberry.
Yeah. 2nd down for the Lone Peak Knights. Shout out to Popular Commercial Loans for $2 to $100 million. Commercial loans, call Popular Commercial Loan Lending Group at 801-694-6281. Christensen back in the gun with the back split to his side. 4 wide receivers set. Handoff up the middle. Sahi takes it down. Solid run there for the Knights.
Tahi with a great cut back there, obviously picking up 7 yards there, making a 3rd and very manageable here for Lone Peak.
Yes.
Brought down by number 44.
Sean Tahi, as my brain just shortened it to Sahi.
Sahi, you know, hey, it works.
Apologize.
See if Westlake can get another stop here on 3rd down, force another field goal attempt.
Christensen hands it off again to Tahi. Tahi's dancing. He'll bring up a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Yeah, some fancy footwork there from Tahi, as you mentioned, in the hole, breaking a couple arm tackles there, getting 1st down yardage, and setting them up, quite honestly, with their best field position in the red zone tonight. See if they can finish this one off with 6.
Yeah, as we said, we've seen a couple field goals here for the Knights.
Yeah, when they've gotten into the red zone earlier, they've been kind of stalled out.
Kick return, yeah. It's tough for Lone Peak to finish drives here. Christensen takes the snap, takes keeper on the play, fights through, leans it out. Looks like they're going to give him the touchdown. Christensen dives in. 6 points for the Knights. Great job.
Yeah, I thought he might have come up a little bit short, but the side judge right there on the goal line determined he crossed the plane before he touched his knees to the ground. So 6 points, and now a much more comfortable lead for Lone Peak, up 3 scores.
Brecken Carr, already seen him punch one through into the wind, looking to do the same again. Ball is up right through the middle. Never a doubt. Knights up 28.
28, Westlake 7.
To Westlake 7. We'll step away here for the KSL Sports Rewind Wednesday night high school football. Welcome back, KSL Sports Rewind Network. Here at Wednesday night football at Westlake Saratoga Springs. Yeah, the Knights kicking off. And shout out G2G, sponsoring, helping busy people eat well when they're on the go. Brecken Carr lined up to kick this one away after the successful PAT.
Mentioned G2G bars. Those are my favorite protein bars. Those things are absolutely incredible.
Oh, squibs it down to the Upman. Not able to get there on the return team. Another heads-up play by Cutter Vance. Falls on this one again.
Yeah, it's kind of a toe punch on that. They weren't going to chance it by kicking it off, and obviously giving them a little better field position, speaking of Westlake, but you'll take that trade-off without having to worry about a return potentially.
Oh, we just see Oregon University kick it right at the front line there and get a favorable bounce for the onside kick.
Yep, sometimes it works.
Lennox takes a snap, swings it out to the flat, fighting for yardage, dancing around the defenders. Quick little bubble wide receiver screen here, bringing up 5-yard gain.
Nice pass by Naya there, quarterback, just slinging that out there and letting his receiver kind of do the rest.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting the ball out in space, making the Lone Peak secondary fight to make a play. Lennox sends a man in motion across to the short side of the field, whips it out again, another bubble screen here. Defense able to sniff this one out. Looks like a loss of a yard or two.
Yeah, I saw it was me as soon as that motion the player went in motion there, excuse me. You saw Lone Peak, they saw something on film. That's film study there. They noticed that and were ready for it.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to get that one out to Jackson Lattimore. Bit of a quieter evening for him tonight.
There comes Offenby for that Wildcat.
Offenby takes a snap, runs to the wide side of the field, cuts it up, and gets spiked down by the Knights.
thrown out by Grayson Hopperby, brings up 4th down.
Number 8 there with that tackle.
That Caden Hansen just lifts him up, one of the leading tacklers on the Lone Peak squad.
Yeah, he sniffed that out nice, and you mentioned just kind of railroad spiked him into the ground there at the end of that one.
Punt return back. Punt team on for the Thunder. We have Landon Goff back to return. Ball is tipped. Ball is caught low. Breaks to the tackle. Just has to get around the punter. And he's waltzing into the end zone. Number 28, Max Jensen, the junior wide receiver DB, making a play on special teams, making life easy.
Yeah, it appeared that one got tipped on the kick there. You mentioned Jenkins just kind of scooped it up out of the – actually, he didn't scoop it up. He just caught it out of midair there, raced down the sideline. And I don't know if you saw the other player come and end up getting that just kind of ever so slight block to get him into the end zone there. And once again, another special teams touchdown for this Lone Peak side as they extend their lead once again.
Yeah, I thought we'd have a chance to see Landon Goff try to return another one, but no, shout-outs again to Max Jenkins and making a heads-up play there.
Lone Peak 35.
Carr able to stack on the extra point. We have a 35-7 lead. Game still being hard fought on both sides.
Been an eventful game. Like I said, we've only seen really the one offensive touchdown. Everything else has come defense or special teams wise. But hey, good teams will make you pay for your mistakes. A block punt there, or partially block, gets returned for a touchdown. It's exactly what Lone Peak wants from their squad. They want to make you feel the pain of your mistakes.
Shout out to Black Desert, where remarkable within reach.
Eric Wilk, Debbie Wilkins, and a big thank you to our athletic director, Mr. Michael.
Is that Black
O'Connor.
Desert you just shouted out?
Yeah, Black Desert.
I was down there for the Black Desert Championship last week. That is an incredible golf course.
Definitely on the bucket list. As Carr
As it should
punts
be.
this one away, actually hits the upman, and the return team trying to get to it. Good job by the Thunder. Heads up, falling on the ball.
Well, you mentioned it. You kind of spoke it into existence. You talk about Oregon doing that. Well, guess what? They tried it, and he nailed the guy. But as you mentioned, Westlake realized it and pounced on it.
Yeah, next game I call, I will say no quarterbacks will get injured first to start off the broadcast.
You're not going to jinx him next time, right?
Yeah, two things we could change about high school football: returning field goals and no one can get hurt.
That'd be ideal, yeah. It's a violent game, though.
See
Some sort of confusion here by the side judge for a moment there.
Thunder just snap off to Drixon. Runs it right up the middle. Is brought down. Wildcat action being successful for the Thunder. Just may not be quick enough to catch up in this one.
Yeah, it looked like Afuvai, kind of a pause there, almost like a draw look, because he's trying to maybe make him think he might step back for a pass there, but he mentioned he picked up 5 yards. This makes it second and manageable here, because it looks like they've gone back to this Wildcat package with Drayson Afuvai running at quarterback. And you mentioned number 52. We mentioned his name earlier, Lotu Manu, offensive lineman playing fullback back there alongside him.
Yeah, he's got to be having a field day just warming up those pads play after play. Drayson cuts this one up, has blockers, runs into the back of him, fights for the first down.
Ball's run out by Drayson.
Yeah, Lotu Manu essentially playing that Trent Williams role. If you watch the 49ers, Trent Williams will bring him in motion a lot to essentially be a lead blocker. So Manu's doing, he's just kind of finding people and pummeling them out on the edge there. And you mentioned Drayson Afuvai following that block, getting a first down as a result.
Newsy runs out the play as we see him taking the snap here.
I'd be surprised if they get him on the edge here and see if he can get that edge and work it down the sideline.
Looks like they rotate the fullback. He's looking for the wide side of the field to break it up. Big stiff arm, but fighting through it was number 17, Dallas Anderson. Takes it to the face, but still able to drag down Newsy. Not an easy feat.
Yeah, great job by Anderson there, as you mentioned. It's not easy to have a guy like that have a hand on your face mask, but he just held on for dear life and got him down in the end and minimized the gain there. Actually, it was a loss on the play. Officially, so it's tackle for loss. So there you go. Even better for Anderson he's going to have a TFL to his credit for all his effort.
Yeah, dangerous parts about those outside runs as the running back sees the empty field to run out.
Yeah, Nusi's
the
coming
loss
off
of
here,
yardage.
kind of holding his midsection there.
He's working hard both sides of the field, drain him out quickly. Drayson takes a snap. He's going to cut back to the side of the field. Had some grass to run to. Brought down after a gain of 4.
Third down.
I really like Afuvai's running style. He's very patient, but he's not afraid to cut it back against the grain when he sees an opportunity and pick up good yardage there. Nusi back in here on 3rd down.
These big body runners from this Wildcat package definitely find some mismatches once they're able to get into space. Nusi takes the snap, cuts it up, pulls down the field. So he's going to come up a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, this is go for it territory, obviously, at this point in this game. A nice drive forward by him, just picking up what he can get right up the gut.
Just shy of the first down, brings up 4th down.
We see Lennox coming out to the huddle now.
Yeah, Naya, who's been kind of in their traditional quarterback, as it were, but he's going to come out as a wide receiver option out here.
Yeah, it looks like he was playing wide receiver most of the year with Bassler behind center, but Nusi lined up now, takes the snap, is going to fight for this yard and bounce it to the outside. Everyone, big shoestring tackle by Tavita Monunga.
Yeah, great job there by Munga, just dragging him down. Because it looked like for a second there, Nusi had all the space in the world to motor down that sideline potentially for 6, but great open field tackle.
Yeah, Knights packing the box trying to stop that 1 yard gain.
Yeah, their safeties are no more than 5 yards off the ball right now, nor should they be because they know what's coming at them.
This was about the yardage we saw last Thursday night when we saw Drayson throw his first touchdown pass of the night. So there is an option for that. Drayson cuts it up again. Does a great job waiting for the blocks and finding a lane to fight for yardage.
Yeah, good job allowing his blocks to kind of develop there. Picked up 7 yards after all that as he kind of bounced off tackles there in the hole.
Do you see some substitutions for the offensive line for the Thunder as well?
Yeah, they're kind of bringing guys in and out of the lineup every single play.
I think run blocking is more enjoyable as an offensive lineman, but it is a little more tiring.
It is taxing, yes.
Drayson fumbles the snap, picks it up quickly though. He's able to let the blocks develop and fight and gets a first down.
Yeah, first down yardage, and they're continuing to move the sticks here.
Westlake, first down.
Shout out to all the Thunder offensive linemen who have had quite the matchup fighting up against this front of the Lone Peak Knights. Doing a great job wearing it down, pushing the ball up the field still late into this fourth quarter. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Thunder trying to get into the end zone one more time.
Yeah, I hope our guy Lotu Manu's all right. He came off injured on that last play.
Nusi cuts this one up the middle again. Just dash, 9-yard gash again for the offense.
Yeah, timeout taken by Westlake here, trying to save some time. There's just over a minute to go in this ball game.
Yeah, step away here from the KSL Sports Rewind Network. We'll be right back.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence, thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back, KSL Sports Rewind. Shout out again to Skin Science. If you're going to start your journey as an esthetician, today's the best time. Visit www.skincarescience.institute.com. Newsy looking up with a 2nd and 1. Dancing in the pocket. Looks like he was able to be brought down for a gain of 1 on the play. So they'll be moving this. Oh, 3rd and inches. Tried to give the snap off before they were ready. All kinds of confusion on the field.
Sidja drove it in here. Did they call a timeout, or was it an official's timeout? Oh, they're going to rule it a first down. Okay. So for all that, we ended up with a first down anyways.
Just letting them play. Clock is running here. 55 seconds left in the quarter. Shout out again to all the Lone Peak sponsors, including National Auto Plaza, where you can get a legendary $3,500 rebate on a new truck, car, SUV. Best deals in town. Drayson takes the direct snap, fighting for yardage. He's trying to bust one out to the end zone. The clock is ticking. We're only at 25 seconds.
Another timeout here by Westlake, trying to save some clock here to try and finish off the regular season in a positive fashion with a touchdown.
Shout out again to one of my favorite sponsors, Taco Bell, where fans and flavor come together. Live Moss and enjoy the game. Stop by for a double stacker taco before the game to get fueled up.
There you go.
Looks like Lennox was quick to break the huddle as well. We'll see. Lone Peak may have a chance or two. Try to get this one, or sorry, the Thunder. Westlake might have a chance or two to score one more time, finish out their regular season. Breaking the huddle. Also like to thank Rowan Capital, partnering in your peace of mind through planning and investment management. Drayson Afuve takes the snap, runs it out to the pile. Great stop there.
And final timeout taken by Westlake. 18 seconds to go.
Westlake timeout.
This game has flown by.
Yeah, quick play here. See, it looks like they're trusting the wild package. It's gotten them this far down the field.
Yeah, but with no timeouts remaining, you got to throw this in the end zone, don't you, if you want to get a touchdown?
Yeah, we have seen. I did see Drayson throw a touchdown last week. We'll have to see what Coach Ale has cooking, as I'm sure on the other side, Coach Brockbank is telling his team to be ready for anything.
Yeah, absolutely. One, maybe two plays remaining in this one, just depending on if they decide to throw it here.
I only remember a couple high school weeknight games, but I do remember the next day being rough every time, Jake. Having to play.
I played here in the state of Utah, and these fall break games, you're right. You have the days off, obviously off school, but still, playing midweek after you played Friday, and Thursday, it piles up real quick on you.
Drayson taking the snap, looks to throw, tosses it up, not able to connect.
There's going to be pass interference there from the back judge. He was draped, guys draped all over him.
Pass complete, flag on the play.
88, Berrettini, that's the wrong roster I'm looking at. Connor Marsh, the big tight end for the Thunder, possibly trying to haul that one in.
He had guys draped all over his back. There was an easy call on that pass interference. Going to be half the distance to the goal. Still third down. No automatic first down in Utah high school football.
Half the distance to the goal. Ball be placed
Looks like Newsie's coming out here. Could be the possibly last snap of the game. I've not seen Newsie attempt to pass yet. Expect him just to try to power this one in. Takes the snap, has a pulling guard, is just going to push the pile and fall into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunder.
Well, nice senior night moment there for Tamoya Peao as he's a senior on this Westlake team, capping off the regular season in positive fashion with that touchdown. A little window dressing on the end of this one, but good to see them get some positive yardage. Obviously, get a drive into the end zone there.
So we'll have Lorenzo Augusto here to line up this point after attempt. Kick is up, kicked right into the defender. Blown dead there.
Kick is blocked.
Coming off the edge, I believe that was number 8, Caden Hansen, able to wreak havoc again and make a play.
Great job there. All right, 7 seconds to go. And by the way, as our Doug points out, Lone Peak special teams, man, showing out tonight. Kick return for a touchdown, punt return for a touchdown, partially blocked punt, that obviously blocked PAT. They've been showing out on special teams.
Yeah, big plays on special teams. You know, you've been watching BYU this season. It's been making up a lot of difference.
They're thriving on short fields.
Yeah.
These turnovers, baby.
Definitely energy to want to hold you over through the playoffs.
Please make sure that
Again,
the game do not enter the track or field at any time. We definitely want to thank our boys for their season. Wait at the south gate. Do not enter the track or the field. Thank you.
Onside kick attempt coming.
yeah, it looks like the Hands team is out here for the Knights. Ball booted to the back of the end zone. No one's going to return this one.
Touchback. Ball will be right out to the 20-yard line.
Best formation in football. Victory formation coming out here to end this one.
Yeah, I'll see what bodies come out on the field for the Knights. Things slowing down here. Jake, what takeaways do we have for Lone Peak? I know we didn't see maybe the full squad going into the playoffs, but
Workmanlike effort, blue collar. That's the thing about it, is they just kind of grind out a win here. That's exactly what they did. So props to them on just handling their business.
quick knee here for the Knights. Play clock is running. Players are lining up at the 50-yard line. Say good game. Thanks to all the seniors for another hard-fought season. Again, a whole week of football. Thursday night, Friday night at the high school level.
Hey, it's playoff time. Next week, tune in. We'll have plenty of playoff coverage for you here on the KSL Rewind Network as well.
Yeah, appreciate this one. We'll put this one in the book with the Lone Peak Knights at 35 and the West Thunder able to put up 13. Thank you all for joining us. We'll sign off from the KSL Sports Rewind Network.